All right, friends. Welcome, 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 welcome. Time to switch modes. Remember that we are not just brains, but we are also bodies, and it is all connected. We're just going to work on resetting the network connection between the two, just like you have to do with the internet all the time. All right, let's start with a couple of big cleansing breaths. And again. Hand to the opposite knee and rotate. Take another deep breath here in this twist. Take it over to the other side. So as per always, we're setting our intention to be really present in our bodies. We're going to be feeling for when it's work versus strain, when it makes sense for us to scale back, scale up, take breaks, come on back mid-center. Switch which leg is in front. Again, a couple deep breaths. And again, walking the hands as far forward as we can get them. So as we're going along, if we feel pain, we're gonna stop doing that. Anytime you need to take a rest, it's perfectly good time to take a rest. And you're gonna make those choices about whether it makes sense to add the modifications or to use the modifications to scale back, based on how it's going today specifically. One more breath down here. And we're gonna roll it on up to sitting and take it all the way up to standing. We're gonna start with a little bit of standing stuff, obviously, before we come back on down to the mat. Drawing the heels together, toes are apart, shoulders are back. So I'm strong and stable and balanced here. And I'm gonna lift and lower. And I'm gonna lift and lower. And I'm drawing those heels towards each other. So I'm not just going rocking around. I'm lifting very intentionally up and down without rocking. Squeeze those heels towards each other. You'll feel the difference when you do that. And again, we're also thinking about the foot, because it's not just pointed or flexed, but it's a whole sequence. Which muscles am I using in my foot to do this? And then when you're ready, speed it up. Keep squeezing those butt cheeks. Keep squeezing the heels together. Shoulders are back. There's a string from the top of your head up to the sky that's keeping you upright. How those calves doing? Keep squeezing those heels together. 3, 2, 1. Lift it and hold. Squeezing the heels together. Lift and hold. One more deep breath up here. And relax. All right, we're gonna keep the feet like this, except for one foot's gonna go forward. But we still have that alignment so the shoulders are directly above hips. So not just nice and strong here. Chest is lifted. And I'm gonna take this leg and draw it up. And as I'm doing this, I'm using my core to bring that leg up. It's the hip flexors. And the leg that's on the ground is nice and strong, and I'm having my butt cheek do this work. So I'm putting a little softness in the knee, so I'm not locking that leg straight. Listening to the hip. It'll let me know if I'm coming up too high or need to change the ankle. 3, 2, lift it on up and hold it. So I got that leg up, but it's not resting on the other leg. Take another deep breath here, holding strong. And then I'm gonna add extension and retract. Extend and retract. So the leg is on the ground still. Make sure I'm not locking that leg. I've got a little bit of softness in the knee. Keeping this knee at this height. Upper body super strong. 3, 2, add that extension and hold. Super strong, you got this. Core and glutes doing the thing. Take one more deep breath. Bring it back in and down. Big cleansing breath. And again. I got good news for you. The good news is butts. So we gotta do the other side. So again, we're gonna start from the top. Heels together, toes apart. Chest is lifted. Lift and lower. Draw the heels towards each other. So it's not just rocking and waving. but very intentionally up and down. I'm squeezing my butt. And then, when I'm ready to add to it, lift, 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 lift. And then pretty soon, you'll start to feel that in your calves if you don't already. Keep squeezing those hips towards each other. Heels towards each other, heels towards each other. 3, 2, lift it and hold. Yeah. Super tall. Super, super, super tall. Take another deep breath. And lower the heels back down. We're going to keep this and bring one foot forward, but we're not leaning, we're not sticking out the hip. Still strong and stable here. Lift the other side. I got to listen to my hip on this side because I got some flexibility issues on this leg compared to the other one. So I need to take this in a slightly different range than I did on this side. So if I hear popping or cracking, that's when I know that I'm like, oh, gotta go more to the side. I gotta go maybe not as high. I gotta listen to my body as much as I tell it what to do. And then this leg is doing the work through this outside hip. And in order to do that and make it not just a lock to knee, I have a little bit of softness in that knee. So I'm imagining that my leg is being lifted and lowered by my abs, because it is, but it's through the hip flexors. 3, 2, lift it up and hold it. Super strong, super stable. Then if I'm ready, I can add that extension. So I'm using the hip flexors to lift the leg, and then I'm gonna fire up the quads and the hamstrings to add that extension. One of my challenges is keeping this knee at the same height the whole time. Doing a great job. A little bit of softness in the knee, the leg still on the ground. 3, 2, one more time, add that extension and hold it. My core is working, my butt cheeks are working. My butt cheeks are doing a lot of this work to keep me stable. My core is doing a lot of work to keep this leg lifted. Take another deep breath. Back in and down. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Big cleansing breaths. One more time. All right, we're gonna add a little bit to what we've already done. So again, I'm gonna start with my heels together and my toes apart. Chest is lifted. From here, I'm gonna bring up one knee and draw a circle with it. Doesn't have to be anything big. And if I start to feel this as pain in my shoulders, I can always chill it down here. Otherwise, I'm getting that nice deltoid work. Keep my arms lifted. Now I'm gonna go the other way with the circle. Keeping the upper body strong and stable. So I'm not doing a bunch of rocking and swaying. 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna take that knee up, out, and bring it around and back down. Up, rotate out, keep that knee lifted until it comes back down. Keep that knee lifted as you go around and come back down. 4 more this direction. We're gonna keep that knee up as we come around until it's time to bring it back in. 2 more. The leg that's on the ground, I got a little softness in that knee. Not locking the leg. Now I gotta go the other way. Squeeze back, get that knee up, and bring it in and around. Back, get that knee up, in and around. Four more. Keeping that knee lifted. Keeping that knee nice and high until it's time to set it back down. 2 more. 1 more time. And relax. Shake it out. Big cleansing breath. And again. All right, ballerina warriors. We gotta do the same thing on the other side. Did you know that a lot of martial arts actually came from combination with dance? Like for instance, ballet originally started as a martial art. Just want to put that out there. So heels together, toes apart, chest is lifted. And we're gonna lift up that knee and draw that circle. And then you have just forms of martial arts like capoeira, where it is disguised as a dance fighting. Again, if your arms are starting to hurt, you can bring your hands down your hips, switch directions. Otherwise, I'm gonna keep my arms up here because it's just gravity and the weight of my own arms that my deltoids are doing, but it's just a nice little bit of resistance. As always, I'm listening to this hip, keeping it in a range of motion that's okay. 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna bring that knee up, out to the side, back, and around, and then down. Up, out, swing it around, and then down. So I keep that knee nice and high as we come around until it's time to return. 4 more. Two more. 1 more time. And now we gotta go the other way. Squeeze back. Keep that knee lifted until it's time to lower back. Squeeze back. Keeping that knee lifted. Y'all got this. You've got that core, doing all this work, controlling this leg, and then this butt cheek, keeping you nice and still and stable. 4 more. 2 more. 1 more time. And relax. Shakey, 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 shakey. Big breath. 1 more time. Beautiful. We're going to shift gears and come on down to the mats. And surely, the cat will join us. I am almost certain of it. That's kind of her whole shtick. All right, we're going to come on down to the mats. And we're just going to take a moment to rest and check in with ourselves. So I'm rolling back. And then I'm just going to bring in my knees to my chest just to relax. This is just about checking in with myself. This is not a work time so much as it is abbreviated recess. I'm rocking side to side because it feels good. And if it feels good to bring my knees into my armpits and my heels to the sky, I'm going to do that. I'm doing what my body is like. You know what feels good right now? That's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to straighten out my legs. That's what I'm going to do. I'm checking in with myself. What do I feel? Is there pain anywhere? Is there a spot that would like a stretch? Something that needs to get a little massage? Take another breath in panda time. Uh-oh, here comes the cat. And relax. We're going to stretch it all the way up. Take a deep breath here. Arms are going to come up to the sky. Hello, man. Head lifts up, shoulders lift up. Roll it up and fold it forward. Flex the feet, and I'm going to take a moment. And spinal flexion here in this stretch. Allow. Take another breath. And release. All right, so we just rolled up and folded forward. And when we do that, especially when we flex the feet, we're going to stretch through the back of the legs, and we're going to stretch through the lower back. But let's practice spinal flexion, where we're not focusing on the stretch of the back of the legs quite so much. So we're going to flex the feet, and we have this nice straight line from the crown of the head down to the sits bones. So we're stacking the vertebrae. And in order to stay here, I'm doing work in my abs. If I were not doing work here, I would just crumple, I would fall to the floor. So I'm doing some work already. It doesn't feel like a ton of work. It's not like hard for us, usually. But if I want to engage specifically this part of my abs, I can pull my shoulders forward. I'm pulling my belly button into my spine, and I pull my shoulders forward to round my back into flexion. So here's a neutral spine, here's extension. I'm going to go into flexion. So I'm pulling the belly button in and rounding the shoulders forward. And this is not something that's super hard either. It's comparable amount of work to just sitting up with the back straight. And I'm gonna notice that I'm not doing anything extra with my neck. It just goes with me. It's just attached. It's just gonna go in. So I'm not straining forward like this. I'm not straining forward like this. And those are two things that we tend to do when we're in a supine position that we don't need to do. So again, thinking about a neutral spine, stacking the vertebrae, and then I'm gonna tighten right here. So pull the shoulders forward, and my neck will just comfortably go with me. I'm not gonna strain my chin forward. I'm not gonna strain my forehead forward. I'm just gonna round the spine, all right? So just keeping that in mind when we go down to spinal flexion. But first, we're gonna do some roll-ups. Feet flexed, reach down forward, straight back. We're gonna drop the lowest vertebrae, then the one right above it, the one right above it, the one right above it, all the way down. Arms hit the floor, they come right back up. Head lifts up, shoulders lift up, roll it up. Now, what if my legs are having a hard time staying still? I can bend my knees, it's great. And then I can articulate that spine down. Lowest vertebrae, the one right above it, 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 all the way down. Arms hit the floor, come right back up. Head lifts up, shoulders lift up, peeling off of the mat. Now, what if I'm having a hard time with that articulation? Handy thing, arms. I'm gonna use my arms to help me control that roll up and roll down so that it is peeling up and not just cranking out sit-ups where my back is straight. This is more about one at a time. So again, you've got your option to bend your knees and you have your option to use your arms. Those are both great choices that you can take depending on how it is going. And I'm gonna try to roll up and down, smack down the center of my spine. So I'm gonna check it out with my arms and make sure I'm not leading with one side. Tend to unconsciously lead with one side. Most of us tend to lead with our dominant arm. Couple more roll-ups. We got that breath and movement together. So we exhale all the way down. Inhale. Exhale all the way up. And bring it back down again. One more time. And then I'm going to roll back into sitting. All right, from here, I'm just going to take a little moment. Right leg up over the top. Pull that knee into your chest. I'm going to bring the knee into the chest and try not to yank this foot too much. And then I'm going to rotate to the right. So now I get a little stretch to the outside of this butt cheek and obviously through the spine because I'm twisting. Take another breath, twisting. Release that leg. Left leg's gonna come up and over. And again, I'm gonna comfort and control my knee rather than yanking the foot around because the knee is a hinge joint. It only goes the one way. It doesn't do ball and socket like the hip does. You gotta be careful with it when it is getting pressure on it. And then I rotate to the left. Take another deep breath here. And release. I'm gonna extend those legs forward. We're gonna work on spinal flexion one more time. So we're gonna reach forward, but this time, imagine that you have a yoga ball or a beach ball, and it's gonna sit on your lap. You have to reach over the top of it. So I'm going to again go from the neutral spine to rounding, pulling my belly button in towards the spine, and reach over that beach ball without straining my neck forward. My neck just goes along with it. Take another deep breath, flex those feet, and relax. Again, so I got a nice neutral spine, and now because it's yoga balls in the way, when I reach forward, I'm gonna pull my belly button inward and round the spine, but I'm not doing anything that makes my neck hurt or strain. Take another deep breath, flex those feet, and relax. So I'm gonna take what that feels like, I'm gonna translate it to laying down. So we're gonna come back down, one vertebrae at a time, and from here, I'm gonna flatten out that back, tightening the core, squeezing my pelvic floor, squeezing my butt cheeks. Doesn't feel like a ton of work, I'm just engaging them. And then I'm gonna use my abs to lift my legs to table. And now, lift the shoulder blades, not straining the neck. So tightening here, but none of this is supposed to feel like super, super painful or hard or any of that. Take a deep breath. And exhale out the mouth. Fill up the rib cage there. Exhale it out. Then we're adding tricep beats on top of it. So we just kept adding to it, but we're not going to lose anything from the form we already worked on. So those arms are lifting and lowering, lifting and lowering, lifting and lowering. I got my shoulders up and my middle back flat against the ground. I'm squeezing my butt cheeks. Let's say I want to add even more. We'll straighten out the legs and rotate them out. So we make a little mermaid tail. The heels are together and the toes are apart. Shoulders are lifted. I'm not straining my neck. Middle back is flat. Want to add one more thing to it? Lower those legs down. Make sure they're rotated out, rotated externally. 2 more deep breaths here. One more time. Bring the knees back into the chest. Just relax. We're going to go through work like that again for the Pilates 10. So I'm planting my feet. My spine is flattened out against the mat. I'm tightening my core, and I'm taking away this curve from the lower back. It's tightening my abs to flatten out my back, and then I'm squeezing my butt cheeks, and then I'm going to use my core to bring the legs up to table, and again, lift the shoulders by engaging my abs to do so, not straining the neck. This time, hands next to the knees. So here's where I start. Here's where I go. Inhale, return. Exhale, extend. Inhale, where we started. Exhale, extend. Knees aren't going anywhere. Knees are staying directly above the hips. Shoulders are up and middle back is flat. And I'm listening to my neck, making sure that my neck just came with me when I sat up a little bit. That I'm not straining to lift it up any higher than that. 3, 2, one more time. And relax. Bring the knees back into the chest. I'm going to bring those legs up to the sky, flex the feet. So at the top of my building is where I keep all of my ice cream, nachos, and puppies. So I'm going to go check it out. So I'm going to climb up to the top of the building. Fortunately, there's a rope I can climb. So I'm going to reach up, grab onto that rope, and then reach up, grab onto that rope. So one hand, and then the other, keeping those legs still. Now, if you don't want to have the legs straight, you can do this with the knees bent. It doesn't make it a lot easier. It's just if you're having tight hamstrings and the straight leg isn't happening, we're going to lift one shoulder, then the other. One shoulder, then the other. Keeping the legs still. And I'm not trying to lift my head as high as possible. I'm lifting my shoulder. My head is just connected via my neck. 10 more seconds till we get to the top of the building. 3, 2, 1, and relax. So I made it to the top of the building, and that's cool. Naturally, there's more zombies up there. There's just always zombies on my roof. It's a pain in the ass. But I brought my axe. So I'm going to grab my axe. I'm going to chop on one side. Pull it all the way back. Chop on the other side. Pull it all the way back. Oh, there's another one. Chop. And pull back. Feet together. Chop that zombie. Retract. Chop that zombie. Retract. Separate the feet. I gotcha. We're keeping the legs nice and still for that transverse rotation. And nice and still as we chop down the center. I'm going to come all the way back. My shoulder blades will rest on the ground, and then I lift up. I add that crunch, I add that transverse rotation. Three more. Get those zombies. One more time. We're going to reach down the center and hold. Separate the feet. If you can keep your legs straight, keep them straight. I'm just reaching as far as I can, lifting my shoulder blades up. Just looking forward. Reach, reach, reach. The axe got stuck in that zombie, so I'm just going to hang out here for a second. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Just take a moment. So we made it to the top of the building. I'm gonna roll it up to seated. And now it is time to enjoy the nacho and sundae bar. Maybe you don't want both at the same time, whatever. We're gonna enjoy that. You can plant the feet. You can pick the feet up. You can bring the legs to the table. You got 3 different options, depending on how you're doing. And I'm gonna head over to my nacho bar. I'm gonna grab my plate. I'm gonna grab some stuff over here, put it on my plate. Grab some stuff, put it on my plate. Yep, I want some of this. Yep, I want some of this. So I'm rotating and going down. I'm going down towards my hip and then sitting it on my plate to stack. Down towards the hip and then stack. And as I'm doing this, again, I have 3 options for my legs. Whatever I pick, I'm just gonna stick with it. So if I plant my feet, that's cool, just stay there. If I pick up my feet, try to keep it at the same angle. Exhale, rotate, reach down towards the ground, and then stack it on your plate. 4 more to each side. 2 more to each side. 1 more to each side. And relax. All right, so I made that awesome thing. That's great. For funsies, I'm just gonna get in a fight. I'm gonna take a little kickboxing class while I'm up here, because you know how I do. You can plant your feet. You can pick up your feet. You can bring your legs to the table. It's the same as last time. I'm gonna put up my dukes, and then I'm gonna rotate, and rotate, and rotate. So I came up to the roof to do a little bit of kickboxing. And for this one, so I'm not dipping down like I did the last time. It's just rotation. One shoulder, then the other. And again, I have 3 options for my legs, and they're all good. The one I'm gonna pick is the one that I can do. It shouldn't hurt. It should feel like work, but not strain. And I know the difference because I'm paying attention to my body. Each one is punching to the same target, right down the center, right down by my feet. 4, 3, 2, 1 more to each side. And relax, take a moment and relax. All right, one more thing. I made it up to the roof and I'm gonna go fly away in the very handy bat wing that I have up there. It's just stacked. So we're gonna go fly to a socially distanced birthday party in the park. So I'm gonna pick up my feet, or I can keep them planted. Again, I have all those same options. Grab onto the steering wheel of the bat wing, and we're gonna bring that elbow down, and then the elbow down. You know how a steering wheel works, you don't actually turn with it. It's just in the frontal plane. Again, this is the last one of these, but we want to keep our legs nice and still. Keep your legs still. You have 3 different levels from which to choose. You're going to make the choice based on what is a challenge, but not something that hurts. A sustainable challenge. And then this time we're just in the frontal plane. So we're bringing the elbow down towards my hip, elbow down towards my hip, elbow down towards my hip, elbow down towards my hip. And we're flying the bat wing to the park for a socially distanced birthday party with all these nachos that I just piled on the plate. 4, 3, 2, 1 more to each side, and relax. All right, after all that hip flexor stuff, let's give them a stretch. I'm gonna roll up my mat a little bit if I need to. I'm actually fine because I got this squishy thing, but if you are on a hard floor and have a thin mat, do something to take care of your knees. And then I'm gonna lunge the right foot forward. So I'm pressing my hips forward and down. So I just work these a whole bunch. I'm gonna stretch them out. Reach it up to the sky, pulling the shoulders back away from the ears. Keep pushing the hips forward and down. Right now I'm opening the chest, and I'm gonna go the other way. I'm gonna round my back. Reach it forward. Keep pushing the hips forward and down though. And then roll over the hands down. Yeah, we are working on, you know where we're going. We did this yesterday. We're gonna keep adding to it. So first, I have my arms straight, And then if I want to add even more to it, I can take it down to my forearms into this little lizard. Uh-oh, I called forth a lizard. Take another deep breath. Now I'm going to plant my hands on either side of that front foot, and I'm going to go all the way as far as I can. However far I can go is however far I can go, and it's great. As for this leg that's back here, I want to keep that weight on the muscle, not on the bone, on the meat. And I can use my hands here to do a little bit of this work so I'm not hurting my leg. I'm going to take another deep breath. Inhale, and then I'm going to scooch that foot forward, tuck the toe under in the back, straighten out the legs, press down into the heels. This front foot is going to flex. Take another deep breath here. Planting the hands, the front foot's going to go back up to the sky. Lower that foot back down, gently lower your knees. Oh, same thing other side. Left leg comes forward. Press the hips forward and down. Stretching up the hip flexor. Yeah. Reach it up to the sky. Open up the chest. Pulling the shoulder blades back. Keep pushing the hips forward. Then we reach it forward, round the back. Keep pushing the hips forward, round the back. Bring the hands down inside that foot. Keep pushing the hips forward and down. Uh-oh. Here it comes. Here it comes. All right, I'm going to come down to my forearms and add to it. So I'm going to lizard. Take another breath. And then I'm going to bring my hands to the outside of that front foot. And you know where this is going. As far as you can go. Now the nice thing about this weather is that it helps us get nice and warm, which is when we get our best stretches. We're going to hold it here for just a couple more breaths. The cat is with you in solidarity. One more deep breath here. And then we're scooching that foot back and planting it. Tuck the toe under in the back. Press back into those heels. Front foot is flexed. Take another deep breath. Getting a stretch to the back leg. All right, I'm going to plant my hands. Take that front foot. Kick it up to the sky. Lower the foot down. We're in a down dog. Press the heels into the ground. Take a deep breath here. Stretching out the back of the legs. And take one foot, rest it on the other one. Rest on the other ankle. You can press down further into that heel. Take a breath. Get that leg up and over. Other side. We're just adding a little bit more weight into the stretch. Nothing big, nothing fancy. Plant that foot back down. Press the heels into the ground. Shift it forward. Then the elbows lowered down. Chin and chest comes up into our little cobra. Pull the shoulders back away from the ears. Then the knees, butt comes back, child's pose. How are we doing, team? All right, so that was a nice long stretch sequence. Time to get back to work. We're gonna do some triceps, y'all. We're gonna do some hovers. It's about to be the time where you yell at me, and I can't hear it, so it's okay. Take it forward. We're going for some hovers. We're gonna go real hard. I'm not gonna lie to you. We're gonna do 1 inch off the ground hovers, and we're gonna do them for 1 second, followed by 2 seconds, followed by 3. You know how counting works, so you will be able to figure it out really quickly. We're gonna go up to 10 and back down. All right, so let's practice before we get into it. So I'm gonna plant my hands directly underneath my shoulders, and my elbows are right next to my ribcage. So I'm not wide here, I'm not gonna turn out, none of that. It's gonna be really narrow, really small. Tuck the toes under, and then we're just gonna lift 1 inch off the ground. So it's not 6 inches, we're not going up to a plank. I'm not gonna have a wavy back, just 1 inch off the ground. Now, if you have spectacular boobies, they may still be in contact with the ground, even though you've lifted off, okay? So it doesn't mean everything. Your boobs may still be in contact with the ground. All right, y'all ready for this party? I sure as hell am not. Tuck the toes under. Hands underneath the shoulders, elbows right next to your ribcage. Lift up for one, and lower back down. We're lifting up for 1, 2, down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You start getting interested. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here comes the big one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're coming back down the pyramid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Arguably this is the hardest one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now it starts getting easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. And one more time. Up and down. Separate the knees. Butt comes back. Stretch out the shoulders. Whew, everyone survived? That's my hope. We're gonna roll it forward. Come to a quadruped. Press into the shins, roll it up. Let's get a tricep stretch. So you can go over the top. You can come underneath. Both of them are great. Keep squeezing your butt as opposed to going back here. Keep squeezing your butt. And switch sides. So we get that good tricep stretch. And as always, this is really handy for when you are wearing something with a zipper down the back and you have to change and no one else is there to help you. Functional fitness. Take another deep breath. And release. All right, we just did a 10 and back down pyramid. What we're gonna do now is go there one more time, hold it for 30 seconds. It's gonna be actually easier than it seems like it should be, because you already did the hard thing. Come on back forward. We're doing one more, 1 inch off the ground hover, and we're doing it for 30 seconds, and then we're stretching. So hands underneath your shoulders, again, keep it nice and narrow, like you have a really small space to do it in. Elbows right next to your ribcage. Tuck the toes under. Get ready, get set, lift. 1 inch off the ground, hardest drop, we're squeezing the butt cheeks. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. You're already halfway there. Staying tough. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Separate the knees. Butt comes back towards the feet. Stretch out the shoulders. Take another breath here. Shift it forward. Turn around it through the cat. Roll it up, opening that chest. And then bring one arm across to stretch out. Just stretch out the shoulder. Again, squeeze your butt. One more breath in this moment. And switch. So the nice thing about doing tricep work, it responds aesthetically much faster than a lot of other things you can do to work out. Like a lot of muscles, you can work them forever and it doesn't look super different necessarily. Triceps though, they'll pop. They're great. And release. All right, we're gonna come on back down to our seated position, just like when we started. And I'm gonna put my hands on my knees. If you wanna join me in closing your eyes, go ahead and do that. We're gonna get ourselves situated with our sit bones connected into the ground and take a couple deep breaths. And this time I'm gonna breathe in real slow and breathe out even slower. A couple more times just like that. Breathe in real slow. And out even slower. One more time. And out. And then we're going to take our final cleansing breaths. If you want to open your eyes. And here we go. Breathing in gratitude for everything that got us here, everything that got us through. And one more time in celebration. You did it! You did it! We did so many things today! We did so many things today! It was so efficient! Such a good use of time! And there were so many cats! We did it! Whew! Mine's over there chonking. Chewing on a cereal. All right, thank you everybody. I appreciate you so much. We made it through Friday. For those of you who are my weekly folks, I will see you tomorrow. For those who don't already know, I'm gonna be trying to integrate some new stuff into boot camp. So it's gonna be a mixture of stuff. So like Mondays will be this thing and Tuesdays will be this thing, and try out some different stuff, including more sword fighting. All right, so with that, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, stay hydrated. Love you.